Hello, my reading friends. Today, let's hang out a little bit and talk about seasonal reading. It is something I think that so many of us readers really connect with. There's something about the changing of the seasons, no matter where you live, that just signals something fresh and exciting, and we like to change up our reading with the seasons. I know for me, my two favorite seasons for reading time is fall and spring. Those two times of year just really speak to me, and I get really excited for looking for new things to read. If you haven't met me yet, I should introduce myself. My name is Melissa. I am the community manager for the Jane Austen Literacy Foundation, and I'm really happy to hang out today with you and share 10 of my favorite fall cozy reading. These are all books that I have read and some of them reread. I love them and I want to share them with you so that you might possibly enjoy them too and put them on your stack of books to read this fall. I would love to know, what is your favorite reading season of the year? It's a lot of fun to see what other people are enjoying, and maybe we have seasons that we love in common, and maybe you love the opposite of me. I want to know all about it. As always, as I'm going through these books, don't worry, you don't need to take notes. I will put all of them in the description box below for you to check out. And also there will be a link to check out our community if you would like to join us for a little bit more in-depth book discussion over there, hang out with Jane Austen's family, and you can join our monthly book club that we have over on Patreon. So that would be everything down below. So without further ado, let's talk about my fall reading favorites. So I will put one on here somewhere, as I always say. It is only on my Kindle, and I will show you the gorgeous cover. This was a re-release. The book is called The Head Mistress, and if ever there was a book that embodied all of the old school Gothic romance tropes, it is this book. It is a lot of fun to read. Is it cheesy? Absolutely. Did I still love it? Absolutely. This one, if you have been a romance reader, historical romance reader, Gothic romance reader for a long time, I think you'll really have a lot of fun with this book. And I would love to know if you read it previously, since it is a re-release, or if you would be interested in reading it now. The next is probably no surprise to many people, but it is A Study in Death, a Lady Darby mystery. This series has been going on for quite a while. I am a bit behind in the series, but I think it would be a shame to not mention this for fall reading, because it is so good. It is set in Scotland. The series starts out in 1831 with Lady Darby. She is a bit different than other women of her time period because she previously was doing sketches from cadavers for her husband, who has since deceased. And so people look at her as a bit of an oddity, because a woman should not be exposed to dead bodies and all the things that she has seen. And so now we see her in a different light and solving some mysteries and being drawn into different things. The series goes on. It is fantastic. I highly recommend the Lady Darby mysteries. The next book, I spent about 15 minutes looking for this book because I have read it multiple times. I absolutely love this book, and I knew I owned it. I cannot find it anywhere on my shelves, and I was looking all over the place, tearing things apart, and I thought, did I lend it to somebody? No, I don't think so. I know I have it here somewhere. And lo and behold, it was in the stack of books I have in front of me that is propping up my microphone. And so I did finally find it. And that book is The Widow of Pale Harbor by Hester Fox. Hester is an amazing author. This was her first release, and I absolutely loved it from the first read. The thing I think that sets this book apart is that there are shades of Poe throughout the mystery. You'll see Poe come up later in my stack here, but I just think it was a really fun, a little bit touch on the Gothic. As you'll see, I have the next book is another Hester Fox book here. She is brilliant at bringing in those Gothic vibes. I personally do not like to be scared. I don't like thrillers. I don't want to be like on the edge of my seat starting to get anxious, but I want a little bit of suspense to the books that I read. And I really think that this one hits the mark. It is set in 1846 in Maine, and it has all the perfect fall Gothic vibes you could ever want. The next book I'm going to share is also a book by Hester Fox, and it is The Last Heir to Blackwood Library. This is a contemporary set book, so I thought I would mention it if you want something that's a little bit more contemporary with that Gothic feel to it. We see 23-year-old Ivy, and it has the I shouldn't say it's contemporary because I'm so used to reading like Regency and a bit more 1800s, but it gives that it's post World War I England vibe, so a little bit different setting than you might see in other books. But all the Gothic vibes that you could want, and I recommend all of Hester's books. She really is an amazing author. Right, the next book that I have in the stack is a Jane Austen fan fiction book that I absolutely adore. Northanger Abbey is one of my favorite movies to watch in the fall time and really any time of year. We just had a really fun watch party for the community with the What the Austen podcast community, and we together watched Northanger Abbey and chatted while we watched it, and it was just so much fun. But when I saw that there was a continuation of Northanger Abbey, I grabbed this book so quickly, and it's so fun to see newlywed Henry and Catherine together. This has a fantastic mystery in it. It's a great book for Austen fans. I would highly recommend this one. If you have any period drama recommendations for the fall time, I would love some recommendations. I don't watch very much TV at all, but I think I'm feeling in the fall that I would like to have a few to pick from on the weekend and get cozy and watch. And let me know. I would love to hear what you have to recommend to me. All right, the next set again is going to be 2 books from the same author, but I just had to show you these covers and these books. I should do an order of the release. So the first one is The Vanished Bride, and this is written pen name Bella Ellis. These books are so much fun. It is they're mysteries set with the Bronte sisters all together. I would say this comes across a bit YA-ish, so I would recommend it maybe for any teenagers that you have that might like a book like this, but it's just so much fun in seeing the Bronte sisters in a sort of different setting. Obviously, as you can expect from them, there's going to be a mystery. There's going to be a little bit of Gothic vibes about this book, and the cover is just stunning. But wait until you see the next Bronte mystery series. I mean, how gorgeous is this cover? And look at this detailing, and even look at the inside. I'll see if I can show it to you here. It is just beyond gorgeous. And I can't remember if this was the UK cover. I might have special ordered this one because I saw it and absolutely had to have this cover. But just so much fun. This one is actually set, it's Christmas at 1845. And you see the sisters getting together to solve another mystery as well. So much fun. Next, I have Dracula, My Love. I love vampire romances. I have a weakness for them, and this book did not disappoint. It is, I would say, maybe the most kind of edge of your seat out of all the books that I'm sharing. It definitely has those Dracula sort of vibes. It is got sort of a dark theme to it a bit, and I absolutely adored this. I feel like maybe I should reread this book again this fall because I loved it that much. Check it out, look at the description, see if it meets what you're looking for in a Gothic romance. But if you love Dracula, This is written by Siri James, who I think is also a fantastic author, and this might be the perfect one for you. The next is The Murder of Mr. Wickam. I'm sure many of you have seen this series and have read it. There are 3 books in this series out so far. And the first one, The Murder of Mr. Wickam, is by far my favorite in the series. This one, we see all of the main characters in Jane Austen's novels meet up together at a house party. And it is no surprise there is a murder of Mr. Wickham, as the title would give away. But it's just a lot of fun to see the characters kind of reimagined in a new light. Very much cozy mystery vibes that you'll see in this book, and a lot of fun to kind of see the characters coming together in a different way. I will say, as the series goes on, I don't think the mysteries are quite as strong, and there are definitely some things that I would like to be a little bit stronger in the series, but I highly recommend them if you are an Austen fan. The Murder of Mr. Wickam, I think, is a fun one to start with, and then give your own thoughts if you would like to read on or not. The last recommendation that I have here will come as no surprise if you know me, and if you've been watching this channel for a bit, I think I've already recommended this in another video or two, but I just adore this book so much for the fall time, and it is Mrs. Poe. This book is the perfect fall Gothic reads. It's weird, Gothic-y, if that is a term, and I just absolutely have fallen in love with this book. I read it a few times, and I don't see other people talking about it often, so I feel like it's my mission to tell everyone to check it out and see if it might be the right fall read for you. Poe obviously is strange things are going to happen around Poe stories, but I think this was a different take than just reading about Edgar Allan Poe himself. And this is one of those books that when I read it, I then did a little bit of a history dive to see what other information I could find out there about this story and how the author came up with the idea for this story as well. So that wraps up my 10 fall reading favorites. I would love to know what you think. Are there any of these books that you are going to consider for your own fall reading? Do you have anything that you think I should be checking out based on the books that I have shared with you today that I love? I hope you are getting cozy fall vibes, or if you are in the Southern Hemisphere, I hope you are getting suited for your seasonal change and grabbing books that speak to you as well. But thank you so much, all of you, for taking the time to hang out with me throughout this video and letting me share my favorites with you. I really enjoy sharing them and then hearing back what you are enjoying as well. So until next time, I wish you happy reading. I will see you in the next video. Bye.